Hey guys, my name is Jasmine and welcome back to Jasmine and the Littles. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing our first grade curriculum picks for this upcoming school year. And to give you a little bit of context, my daughter is on the younger side of first grade, and we are also year-round homeschoolers. So we don't really like to take long breaks. I'm just the kind of person that likes to keep the momentum going to avoid what I personally consider the summer slide. And because of that, a lot of what you see here is actually stuff we've already started, so I'll be able to give you a little insight on how things are going so far. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any upcoming content. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, and I'm going to flip over my screen.
So for math, we are going to be using Math with Confidence first grade. We previously used the kindergarten level and it worked extremely well for us. If you watched my kindergarten curriculum picks video, then you know I actually switched from Singapore Math Dimensions to Math with Confidence, and I've honestly been very pleased with that decision. What I really love about this curriculum is that it's affordable, easy to use, and also pretty scripted, which makes it very simple to just open and go. Now, we haven't officially started the first grade level yet because at the time of this video, we're still doing a little summer review, but we'll probably be jumping into that within the next month or so. Now, my wild card curriculum that I don't physically have here is Beast Academy. After we finish Math with Confidence, I'm highly considering using Beast Academy as more of an enrichment or bridge program because we tend to finish the curriculum pretty early since we homeschool all year round. My initial thought process is mainly to use the online portion along with the guidebook that comes with it, but I'll definitely update you guys later on that once I figure out exactly how I want to structure that. Now, moving on to language arts, which is definitely the subject where we have the most resources. Our main curriculum right now is The Good and the Beautiful Level 1, and we are actually halfway through it. Honestly, it's been very easy for her to do so far, and I really think that's because of the strong foundation we built beforehand. So if you don't know, we previously used the kindergarten level of The Good and the Beautiful, and then afterward we moved into the Logic of English. We completed levels A and B of Logic of English, and I really think that that helped tremendously with phonics and reading fluency. If you've seen any of my previous videos, then you know I have a really high regard for Orson Gillingham style programs, and Logic of English has honestly been great for us. Now, we did start level C before the beginning of first grade, but she started getting a little bored with the repetition, so I decided to pause it for now and focus on the good and the beautiful level 1 instead. And honestly, she's been doing amazing with it. Now, with the good and the beautiful, if you don't know, it is actually a free curriculum if you download the PDF yourself. So for this particular level, I actually printed everything off myself and cool bounded it. And we also printed out the Reading Booster Cards B, which go along with the first grade level. Now, I didn't print the booster books because by that point she was already reading very fluently, so they just really weren't necessary for us. Now, for the readers, we absolutely love using the Harcourt trophy readers as well as the Foresman Decodable Readers. Instead of using the first grade readers, we are actually currently using the second grade versions for both because she is reading a little bit ahead right now. And honestly, the Foresman Decodable Readers kind of remind me of Bob books on steroids for their age bracket and reading level. Now, if you want to see more of both the Harcourt Trophy Readers and the Foresman Decodable Readers, definitely head over to my kindergarten curriculum picks video because I do a more detailed flip throughs of those over there for the first grade. Now, once we finish level 1, which will probably be earlier than expected, I do plan to revisit Logical English level C. And if for some reason that still doesn't work for us, then my backup option is all about reading. After phonics, I also want to introduce grammar using the first language lessons level 1 from the Well-Trained Mind. I'm really excited about this because it focuses on narration, memorization, speaking in complete sentences, and grammar foundations without requiring a ton of writing at this age. And honestly, as someone who is Southern and uses a lot of slang, sometimes I even want to improve some of my own speaking habits for my kids. For handwriting this year, we are switching over to Zaner-Bloser first grade. We've used Handwriting Without Tears for the past couple of years, and while I think that it is a really great program, there were just a few things that made me want to switch. One of the biggest reasons is because Zaner-Bloser introduces cursive around the second grade, and I personally prefer the style of cursive that they use compared to Handwriting Without Tears. Now, if Handwriting Without Tears is working great for your child, I definitely recommend sticking with it because I still think it is a wonderful curriculum. I actually do have another video talking more in depth about why we decided to switch handwriting curriculum, so definitely check that out if you are interested. Now, moving on into what I consider electives, These are things we don't necessarily do every single day, but we do rotate them throughout the week. For science, we are using The Good and the Beautiful Big Book of Science Stories. I love these because they're more story based and help build background knowledge in a very gentle and an engaging way. I do have a separate video where I go into a full flip through, so I will link that down in the description box as well. To supplement that, we also use even more science workbooks. This helps fill in some of those gaps and adds a little bit more structure and activity based learning. We're also using Evan Moore for geography because my daughter absolutely loves geography. One resource that honestly surprised me most is the Abeka Health, Safety, and Manners book. It's a pretty small workbook, but it honestly made a huge impact for us. It covers things like hygiene, safety, manners, taking care of yourself, respecting others, and even stranger safety. Some of it seems like common sense as an adult, but it really opened up a lot of conversations that I probably wouldn't have naturally thought to explain in detail. We're already about halfway through it, and I've honestly loved it so much that I'll probably be purchasing the second grade level 2. Another workbook that really exceeded my expectations is our social emotional learning workbook. This one focuses on things like handwriting emotions, conflict resolution, problem solving, calming down, learning how to interact with others appropriately, and just a whole list of things. And honestly, I think emotional regulation and emotional maturity are skills that are extremely important for children to start learning early. Now, another area that I really wanted to focus on for first grade is art. I am not an artist at all. Like, all I do is draw stick figures. So I was specifically looking for something that is very age appropriate and would guide us through projects that I wouldn't naturally think to do. And I think I found it, and that is the Harcourt Art Everywhere book. So far, we are absolutely loving it, and I also have a detailed flip through video on this as well.
So that's everything that we're using for first grade this year. If you have any curriculum recommendations, especially for history, definitely leave them down in the comment section below because I would love to hear what's working for you guys. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And I'll also be sharing a separate video on our preschool curriculum picks very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.